Hey everyone, this is Bo from the Mario server. I'm here to do a video on the things you shouldn't buy or should buy on Mabinogi in terms of the NX Cash Shop. Now I know, like, straight up I should probably just say everything. Don't buy everything. But I'm going to be honest with my review and just kind of, give you guys a heads up on what are some things worth buying and not worth buying. Because I know for people who just started a new game in general, it can be kind of difficult to determine what is worth buying in the cash shop if they have the mullahs. Now, again, before I start, I just want to mention that this is just my opinion based off of how long I've played this game. So if you guys have different opinions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I know some of you guys may disagree with some of the stuff that I say on this video, so it is all good. So let's get down to the shop purchases. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Alright, to go to the shop, on the bottom right corner here where it says go to cash shop, click on that. You'll see it open a window. And this is usually where all your items will fall into after you purchase them. So if you guys are wondering where your items are, that's where it'll be. Click on go to shop and voila. There is the cash shop. Now, I will say in terms of the things that are worth to buy, things worth buying, I will say that Gachapon is in the middle. I know you guys are gonna be like, Bobo, Gachapon. And the reason why I say it's in the middle, on the very edge of deciding whether if it's good or not, is because it's all RNG, aka random number generated. If you guys didn't know what that meant, it is literally, whether you get lucky or not. If you get lucky, you can get an item worth millions to sell to other players. So in a sense, that is kind of worth it. However, if you get unlucky and you get a lot of junk, then there you go. It's also not worth it. But some items in certain gachapons, and I'm not going to say all gachapons will have a really rare item, because it really depends on the gachapon, so be sure to check out my gachapon videos. There are some items that are worth way more than I think it should be. Could be in the 50 to 100 million for a single item if you get super lucky. And that really depends on the players in the game and how badly they want it. So, that is my 2 cents on the gachapons. If you're gonna buy something in maybe gachapons, but I'll tell you guys right now, you start it and you can never go back. Alright, another item I would say that is, let's see, pretty worth getting. Let's scroll through here. I'm actually looking at the all tab right here, so it's showing me everything. But let's see if I can find it. These not really worth. These are really not worth. These items right here. Some of these items you can get from events for free. Some of them actually come out of a gachapon. Some of them you can buy / earn from NPCs. So that's why there are a lot of things, actually a lot of things in the cash shop not worth buying. Because you might think that, oh my god, I can get this for $3 or $2 or 50 cents. But really, you can actually get them for free in the game, in most cases. So I would hold off buying any of these items in the cash shop. Now, there are some things you cannot really get in the game, maybe rarely on events. Things like Artisan Upgrade, Renewal Kits. These are very useful for those who upgrade their weapons. They don't like the roll and they want to re-roll. These are actually kind of useful to get, quickly at least. You can't really get them easily off of events. Things like, where is it under? Is it under consumables? I think it's under consumables. I don't know. I don't like how they sort their stuff in here. Alright, things like Enchant Protections and Repair Protections are very highly liked. They're kind of pricey, as you can see, but you rarely find these in events. And if you do find them in events, you're like, whoa, gotta get that. So Enchant Protection, what it literally does is enchant protects your item. So if you fail on your enchant, it won't break, damage, destroy your item. Definitely you wouldn't want that to happen, right? So that is why it's very favored. Repair protection, I don't want to say it's the greatest, because right now we have things like durability hammers, and if you break a point or two or something, you can always use a durability hammer, platinum one, just to get it up. However, you know, some people are really like, you know, focus on their durability, that they don't want it to get damaged, and this is what will protect it from being damaged. However, it's only going to be protecting it from 1 damage point, so once it gets damaged, the potion disappears. So in my opinion, I don't think it's worth it compared to the Enchant Protects, but it's really up to you guys in terms of how much you care about your weapons. Now, some weapons are very expensive and important, so that's why people really do a lot for it. Now, I know some of you guys might disagree with me on this one, but I think one item that's kind of well worth getting is the Spirit Weapon Repair potion, and that's if you have a spirit weapon that's kind of hard to repair because of what it is. There's a lot of weapons out there you guys can easily, you know, get 100% proficiency and then repair your weapon with. However, some people have a hard time repairing their weapons just because of the fact that it's a rare weapon, or it's just kind of annoying to repair, or it takes a while to repair, just getting the proficiency up on the weapon. So I suggest getting these if you guys have a spirit weapon that you're actively working on. For me, I use a tower cylinder, and I know you guys are going to be like, Bobo, tower cylinder is so easy to get, so cheap. But I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy to train that thing. So this is why I prefer getting one of these. It will repair a point, at least for this one, 6 to 10 points, roughly. The other one that's cheaper is 1 to 5. I don't suggest getting the 1 to 5 one. I mean, just getting a 1 roll is going to be the saddest thing in your life. So just go for the higher, slightly more expensive one. It's only 50 cents, guys. So that is what I suggest is kind of worth getting. Pet adoption medal. I know some of you guys are like, whoa, I can sell my pets and I can make lots of moolahs off of that. Just keep in mind that a pet adoption medal, I believe, is not always around, or if it is always around, it's actually more expensive than what it is right now. It's actually on sale right now, so that's why it's, yeah, normally it's not $2 something, but it's still kind of pricey for an item that you have to buy just to sell for your pets. So I'm kind of on the fence on this one in terms of like gachapons, because it really depends on what kind of pet you are selling. If you're selling a really expensive pet, maybe it's worth getting if it's on sale. But if you're not selling an expensive pet and you're buying this, please do not waste your money. All these items here, now stones, holy water, mass holy water, not really. Just deal with the regular holy waters. I know we wish we could combine our holy waters into a mass holy water somehow, but unfortunately that's not a thing. Let's see what else we got here. So I know they have these bags in Mabi that expire, like a 30-day expiration bag. I don't know why they exist, but back in the days when I had one, I didn't have a bag, I would buy one of those bags, and what I would do is actually empty that bag before it expires, drop it on the ground, and buy a new one. So I don't suggest you guys buying these 30-day expiration, or however day this is, expiration bag key. I know it's there in the shop for a slightly cheap price, but it's actually cheaper just to buy another bag with gold, right? Like, don't spend your money on this, please. Save your money, guys, for other things. Now, let's see. Oh, definitely not worth buying camp kit. What? Combat stuff. I know a lot of people are gonna eye on in here. So the combat stuff, some of the stuff that's probably worth getting definitely is the Reforges. Reforges, another item you will rarely find in events. Rarely, very rarely. and it's highly wanted. Find Reforges and creating Reforges and any other Reforges that exist in the shop is a favorable item to buy in game. So, and it's also because it's all RNG, just like at Japan. When people roll the Reforges and they don't get what they want, they'll spend tons and tons and tons of gold just to get the roll that they want. So if you want to actually spend money and you want to earn money, Reforges is kind of the way to go in terms of guaranteed income versus Gachapon. There's some other stuff here, things like combo cards. These combo cards, whatever these are, actually I wouldn't even buy these, but I want to say I'm on the fence with those, and it really depends on what kind of player you are. If you're really into end game, gotta have the best combo skill ever, maybe it's worth getting, because you rarely find these in what do you call it, events. You will find regular combo cards, and they're very different from the premium ones, so be sure to check out my video on combo cards for more info. And let's see, there's also summoning scrolls. These are also kind of worth it, but just know that the black and white dragon summon, I guess the summoned one versions, not these summoned versions, but the normal versions that just summon out on a certain time, they will eventually come out every day, or I don't know the schedule, but you guys know what I mean. They will eventually get summoned. The summon scroll itself summons it immediately for you, but I really don't know if it's worth it, but because it really depends on if you want the item or not, and you're not guaranteed the item you want, so it's a little bit on the fence there. Let's see, mini pets. I guess you can buy mini pets here. I didn't even realize that. Gachapons. Again, it really depends on what kind of gachapons that exist. So be sure to check out my videos on each gachapon video. Iweka Orb is a gachapon that's always going to be there. It's always going to be updated. It's always going to have a lot of things. Can't really say if it's worth getting. If you buy an Iweka Orb gachapon, you will be guaranteed at least an artifact, I believe, and then one item. So in a way, it is kind of worth it just because of the fact that it's only 10 bucks for 11. There's also the fixed die gachapon, which I think is not worth it, because you guys can definitely get fixed dies from wells. But if you don't have a well, you can always buy dies from other players. So that's another thing. You can also earn some dies from Lorna and Pan by doing saga missions using your saga coupons. So, and I really don't know what else exists in the cash shop besides, and there's one thing that they don't show here, or a few things actually that they don't show here, because you have to actually go to the website, and that is service and pets. Certain pets are good. There's some life skill pets that don't really do much, but there are some also amazing good pets, like clouds and dragons. Definitely worth getting because of their inventory space and their usefulness. However, I would suggest you guys to wait for things like a pet gachapon, which recently there was one that came out, and they will sell pets cheaper technically in a bundle. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Service, I can't really say if service is worth it, because service, it doesn't really give much besides I guess an extra daily to do, a limited content warp. You can run a guild, so if you actually are into that, you will need to have service just to be able to own / run a guild. Also, housing, you will need to have service to be able to use the housing board / housing area if you are able to get a house. And that's really much it in terms of service. There's less durability loss, other little minor things here and there. There's advanced collection play, which gives you stuff straight up from the cash shop. So in a way, if you are really active into the game, really into doing everything in the game, then I would say it's worth getting. Otherwise, if you're just gonna stand around and do nothing, nah, don't spend your money on service. So that is my video on the things you should / not buy in the NX Cash Shop. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Feel free to leave your own opinions and thoughts as well, just to help each other out. I know there's a lot of people out there who would just enter a new game and not know what they should spend their money on. So that's that. Thanks you guys for watching, and like always guys, stay awesome.